Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto was the Beast Saiyan in chunin exams. Before I start, please support for more amazing content and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by WILLIEF21 and link in the description and support writer. Let's start the video. Chapter 1. 12 years before present on a distant planet. The black spiky-haired man just saw a vision of his boss destroying his home planet. Frieza, no. The man said. His name was Bardock and he had just regained consciousness from his fight with a fat pink alien by the name of Dodoria. I'm coming for you, Frieza. Bardock said with determination. He stood and tried to fly towards his space pod. Before he could climb in and set the coordinates for home, he passed out. 3 hours later. Bardock awoke and checked the time. God damn it. Bardock hollered. In his vision, Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta an hour ago. Bardock started to witness a new vision. The first thing he saw was Prince Vegeta, Nappa, and his own son Raditz bowing to the tyrant Frieza after he explained to them that an asteroid crashed into and destroyed planet Vegeta. The vision blurred and Bardock saw himself in an orange guy. Wait, no, that wasn't him. It had to be his other son Kakarot and he appeared to be standing face to face with Frieza. Not in the way the other three Saiyans were, but in anger. Kakarot looked like he was going to fight Frieza. I have to help him. What were the coordinates that they sent him? Bardock asked himself as he typed in some coordinates. The pod flew off and Bardock went to sleep in preparation of finding his infant son. The pod flew through space and eventually came to a planet. The pod was damaged and Bardock was still asleep, so a good landing was impossible. They flew over the land and came to an area with buildings that looked populated but also looked like it was about to be under attack. The beast was red, taller than every building around it, and had 9 flowing tails. This beast was known as the 9-tailed fox, Kyuubi. It was just recently released from the seal of his previous host, but as soon as he was released he was under the control of a red-eyed man that reminded him of Madara Uchiha, the last person who controlled him, but Kyuubi knew that wasn't possible because he should be dead today. The space pod crashed headfirst into Kyuubi and promptly knocked it out of the mask Uchiha's control and right into unconsciousness. After a while a huge toad appeared with a man, known as the fourth Hokage, on his head. I expected the worst when I arrived, but by some stroke of luck, Kyuubi caused no damage while I was facing the masked Uchiha. Minato said. I would do this sealing now if I were you. You don't want him to wake up. The huge toad, known as the toad boss Gamabunta, said. You're right. Minato said as he used his Hiraishin to flash away with the Kyuubi. Kushina appeared next to him with her chakra chains restraining the Kyuubi just in case. She held their son, Naruto Uzumaki. They had agreed that this was for the best. Kushina wouldn't survive because of Kyuubi being ripped from her body earlier. Minato was going to use the Reaper Death Seal to do the sealing, so he would die as a cost for using the jutsu. Naruto was the only choice, and besides Minato believes that if Naruto could control Kyuubi's chakra, then he would be able to defend himself and the village from the masked man, who Minato believed was either weakened or holding back. Neither of the two though noticed the pod on Kyuubi, so Minato started the jutsu. Upon sealing Kyuubi in the pod, Minato placed his and Kushina's chakra inside the seal as well, so that a chakra version of him and Kushina could appear at certain times. Minato would appear if Naruto pulled out 8 tails of Kyuubi's power and was on the verge of the seal completely breaking. Kushina would appear when Naruto attempted to take control of all of Kyuubi's chakra. The sealing finished and Minato and Kushina died in each other's arms with Naruto in the middle and a note for Sarutobi. Present time. Naruto grew up an orphan. He eventually joined the academy and failed the graduation exam twice before passing on his 3rd try after special circumstances. Naruto arrived to the academy a few days later for team placement. He was met with some suspicion from some of his classmates because they saw him fail the test. After a loud declaration that he passed and that he wouldn't be wearing a forehead protector if he failed. Naruto was placed on Team 7 with his crush Sakura Haruno and his rival Sasuke Uchiha. They would be led by his father's last surviving student, although he didn't know that, Kakashi Haddock. After an uneventful lunch where Naruto stole Sakura's first kiss under a transformation of Sasuke before he was caught by the real Sasuke. This action caused Sakura to beat on Naruto. Team 7 later was found in the academy waiting for their sensei with an unconscious Naruto, a focused Sakura, and an ever-brooding Sasuke. 3 hours after waiting for their sensei to show, he poked his head into the room and asked them to bring their dead-looking teammate to the roof. Kakashi sat waiting for them and asked them to introduce themselves after following his example. My name is Kakashi Haddock. Likes and dislikes. I have many hobbies. I haven't really thought of a dream for the future. Kakashi stated to the shocked-looking team including Naruto. My name is Sakura Haruno. My likes I mean who I like is giggles. I dislike Naruto Baka and Ino Pig. My hobbies are going to the library. My dream is Tio Giggles. Sakura said. Sasuke paid no attention to her introduction. Naruto paid full attention and was hurt that she disliked him. He knew she didn't like him, but he hoped that one day she would change her mind. After her open declaration of putting him in the same category as Ino made him think about his crush for her. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I have few likes and many dislikes. My hobbies are training. My dream is more of an ambition because I plan to make it a reality. I plan to revive my clan and kill a certain someone. Sasuke said. Naruto was mentally worried that Sasuke meant him. Sakura had thoughts of Sasuke being hot. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I like ramen. I dislike Sasuke team. My hobbies are training and pranks. My dream is to be a Hokage that's better than the rest. Naruto said while Sakura was mentally berating him. She didn't want her new sensei to see her beating on Naruto, although she knew he deserved it. Kakashi then explained to them that the graduation exam was like a preliminary exam and that the real Genin exam would be held tomorrow at Training Ground 7. The next day Team 7 met at the meeting place tired and weak. Kakashi had told them to not eat breakfast and to show up at a time where they all would still be asleep. Added to the fact that Kakashi showed up hours later really didn't make the test any easier. Kakashi explained the bell test to them and it started. Naruto rushed in and was easily defeated. Naruto then fell for an obvious trap. Sasuke threw a barrage of kunai and shuriken that Kakashi substituted away from. Naruto freed himself from the trap, which had a second trap meant for him as soon as he broke out of the first. Kakashi placed Sakura in a genjutsu that she failed to break. Naruto eventually freed himself again and took it upon himself to eat the lunches Kakashi left out for the two that took a bell from him. Sasuke faced Kakashi one-on-one and proved himself a skilled genin to Kakashi. After the Taijutsu assault Sasuke used the fireball jutsu. Kakashi easily evaded the jutsu after his shock wore off and he used the headhunter jutsu on Sasuke. Sakura after waking from the genjutsu found Sasuke in the clearing and assumed he was a head without a body and passed out. Kakashi caught Naruto trying to steal the lunches and tied him to one of the wooden posts. And I forgot the rest, so the rest is canon. After finally getting free from the log, Naruto made his way home. He was dead tired and headed straight to his bed. Before Naruto landed in his bed he blacked out. Naruto awoke in a sewer. Where am I? Naruto asked himself. Come closer, brat. A voice called out. Naruto walked to the voice and soon came to a huge cage. This must be Kyuubi's cage, I don't remember heading into any sewers. Naruto said. Good, but this cage holds more than just Kyuubi. That same voice from earlier called out. If you're not Kyuubi then who are you and how did you get here? Naruto asked. The man that the voice belonged to stepped forward. Behind him Naruto was able to make out the huge form of Kyuubi. My name is Bardock and I'm a Saiyan. Bardock said as he began explaining to Naruto his life and what happened on the day of his birth. Afterwards Kyuubi told Naruto everything he knew of Naruto's birthday. Naruto accepted the information. So what happens now? Naruto asked. There is no getting out of here for either of us without killing you, so we have made a decision. I will fuse with you, giving you all my memories and abilities as a Saiyan, but you will retain control. Kyuubi will sync with you, but the result will kill him. Bardock said. Kyuubi is actually willing to do this? Naruto asked suspiciously. Not really, but I am the controller of my fate. If I deny this then I will die when you die. If I do this now I die of my own will and there is the slight possibility that I will be reborn but without my chakra. Kyuubi said. If you guys are willing to do this then so am I, Naruto said eagerly. He was very willing to do this to get stronger. Then he could show Sasuke team who the stronger one was. First you have to release us so I can contact my son. He is an adult now and will train you to be a true Saiyan. From what I've seen of his life he is the strongest being alive. Even stronger than the prince of all Saiyans who would now be the king since his father died, but the king of six isn't really appealing. Bardock said. Wait, if he's your son, wouldn't that make him my son after we fused? Naruto asked, hopeful to have some family after hearing about his dead parents. Yes. Bardock said as Naruto smiled. He released the seal and felt a massive rush of energy. It was Kyuubi's chakra flowing around him. I need you to place your hand on my chest and channel your chakra. Bardock said as Naruto nodded. The fusion happened and then Kyuubi performed the same action with Naruto. The chakra cloak that appeared around Naruto's body on the outside dispersed and Naruto now looked different. He still held his blonde hair, but it was longer and more spiky. Naruto's muscles were bigger and he had a very small growth spurt. Naruto soon felt a pull on his mind and he disappeared from Konoha and the planet altogether. Chapter 2. Naruto appeared on a white landing. He looked around and noticed that the landing appeared to be round. He also noticed a big house. By that house was a man that looked like Bardock. Hi, I'm Goku. Are you the one that's been calling out to me? Goku asked. In a way I was. Naruto said as he proceeded to explain all that he just learned and what he knew of the fusion. So you fused with my dad and now you're a Saiyan. Why's your hair blonde? Other than my best friend's son and daughter, every Saiyan I saw had black hair until they transformed and then they had golden hair. Goku said. I was born with blonde hair. I assume that when I first transform my normal hair color will change to black. Naruto answered. Okay. So do I call you Naruto, Bardock, or Dad? Goku asked. You can call me Dad if you want, but I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto said. Alright, Naruto. Let's get to training. Goku said. Here? Naruto asked. No. There is a room called the Hyperbolic Time Chamber inside that building. We're going in there to train. Goku explained as he started walking. What's so special about a room? Shouldn't we train outside? Naruto asked. This room is special. You'll see. Goku said. Goku led Naruto to the room and once inside Naruto was shocked. Goku explained as much as he could about the room and then proceeded to train Naruto. 3 outside days later. Naruto and Goku exited the room. While Goku showed no visible change because of his Saiyan heritage, Naruto showed a lot of change. His hair was black and looked exactly like Minato's. He was taller than before. He looked 18 now. Naruto's muscles also bulged. He was currently wearing a tore-up version of his too small orange jumpsuit. I guess the first thing to do is get you some new clothes before you return home. Goku said. Yeah. Can get an outfit like yours, but I would like some for teammates. I don't know their color preference though, Naruto said. Of course. Just come back after getting their preference and I'll see what I can do. Maybe next time, you can meet my friends and family. Kai will be excited to meet her father-in-law. Goku said. One day when I have some spare time. I have to get back home before they mark me as a missing nin. Naruto said. Naruto received a couple guide just like Goku's and then used the instant transmission to get back to his apartment. Naruto then walked out of his home and headed to the Hokage's tower. Hi, how can I help you? Sarutobi asked. It's me, old man. Naruto said. I don't know who you are, but one person calls me that and you certainly aren't him. Sarutobi said. On the night of my graduation, Mizuki tricked me into stealing the scroll of sealing. Naruto said as he explained in detail what happened that night. The only people with any true information on this night would be Naruto, Sarutobi himself and Iruka. Naruto, where have you been for 3 days? Why do you look like this? Sarutobi asked. I was training outside of the village. I just came to get some money so I could buy some new ninja gear. Orange may be my favorite color, but it's impractical as a ninja. Naruto said. Naruto Sarutobi started. I'll explain everything at a later time. Can I get some money? Naruto asked impatiently. Alright Naruto. Team 7 is waiting for you today at Training Ground 7. Sarutobi said. Naruto smiled as he left with the money. He headed to the nearest store and bought some new ninja gear. He got some new ninja gear for himself and Team 7. Naruto ran to meet up with Team 7 afterwards. Sasuke and Sakura were wondering who this black-haired guy was and why he was waiting with them. Sasuke didn't care so he said nothing. Sakura was too busy thinking about Sasuke to really pay attention to Naruto. Kakashi eventually showed up and eyed the newcomer. He seemed familiar, but Kakashi couldn't place a name to the face. Who are you? Kakashi asked as Sasuke and Sakura sweat-dropped. They assumed he was waiting on Kakashi. It's me sensei. Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto proclaimed. This shocked them, but Kakashi didn't show it. You're not using a transformation, so why do you look like that? Can I assume you being missing for 3 days from the villages involved? Kakashi asked. Yeah. I left the village to train. I already talked to the old man and I'll explain everything to him later. Naruto said. Alright, but I feel it would be very helpful to allow your team to know what's going on. Keeping secrets could jeopardize a mission. Kakashi said. I'll tell you all and the old man later. Naruto said. Who is the old man, Naruto, and why can't you tell us now? Sakura asked. The old man as Naruto refers to him as Lord Hokage. Kakashi said. Show the Hokage some respect, you baka. Sakura screeched. It's alright, Sakura. Naruto and the Hokage have a bond that is like a grandfather and a grandson. Lord Hokage allows Naruto to call him old man. Kakashi explained. Can we get started on what we came here for? Sasuke asked impatiently. He really wanted to know if Naruto got any stronger in the 3 days he was missing, but he was willing to wait for Naruto to willingly give up that information. Yes, I just wanted to say I accepted a C-rank mission for you guys. We leave tomorrow. Naruto, if you want we can go to the Hokage now and you can tell us your secret. Kakashi said as Naruto nodded. Naruto led them to the Hokage's tower and inside his office. I'm here to tell you everything, old man. Naruto said. Alright Naruto. Saratobi said as he signaled his Anbu to leave and activated privacy seals. I'm also willing to tell Sasuke and Sakura my other secret since it's involved. Naruto said. Are you sure? Saratobi asked. Positive. First off, I'm the son of Kushina Uzumaki and Minato Namikaze. My mother had the Kyuubi sealed into her just as the first Hokage's wife before her. Amaska Chiha, who wasn't a member of Konoha to Dad's knowledge, released Kyuubi from the seal after my mother birthed me. Dad fought the Amaska Chiha and won, but he assumed that he was holding back or weakened. While this was happening, Kyuubi was about to attack Konoha, but a small pod flew at Kyuubi at great speeds. It hit Kyuubi and released the Amaska Chiha's control and knocked him unconscious. Before he could regain consciousness, Dad and Mom came together to use the Reaper Death Seal to seal the Kyuubi and me, but they didn't see the pod on Kyuubi. The Reaper Death Seal has a cost of the user's life. Inside of the pod was a man that wasn't human. He was a member of an alien race known as Saiyan. A race that is all but extinct. I knew none of this until the night of graduation. I failed the exam because I couldn't do a clone, but it turns out that my reserves are very high, so I need a lot of control to use so little chakra. Mizuki tricked me into thinking that there was another test I could take to pass. I stole the forbidden scroll of sealing and took it to a clearing. I learned the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which is a Jounin rank jutsu that takes a lot of chakra compared to the small amount for the clone jutsu. Haruka-sensei showed up and told me that Mizuki tricked me. Mizuki then showed up and told me that Kyuubi was sealed into me. He said I was a demon until Haruka convinced me otherwise. I was a Jinchuriki. After our Genin exam, I went home. I was pulled into my mindscape to meet Kyuubi, but the first person I met was Bardock the Saiyan, who was in the pod. He explained to me a way to get stronger. I fused with him and Kyuubi. I'm now a Saiyan and my system is filled with Kai, but I can still use Kyuubi's chakra mostly for healing. Kai, some people would say that it is a different form of energy that not many can use. Chakra and Kai are the exact same thing. Chakra is a weakened version of Kai because it is blocked off by the 8 gates, whereas Kai is chakra completely unleashed and controlled. Bardock, before the fusion, was trying to contact his son. His son was born Kakarot, but when he was raised on a different planet, his guardian gave him the name Goku. I was teleported to Goku on a different planet. He trained me in a room that allows for you to be in there for a year, but only a day on the outside passes. After the training I returned, my son gave a new outfit since my jumpsuit was torn up and too small. Naruto said. Everyone was shocked at the explanation. Kakashi and Saratobi believed it because they knew Naruto wasn't a liar. Sakura was debating whether to believe the information. Sasuke was skeptical, but results didn't lie. He was thinking about the room though. With it he could get stronger quicker and defeat Itachi. How much stronger are you now, Naruto? Saratobi asked. Compared to my son, his friends, and family, I'm weak. Saiyans have a transformation that used to be legendary until my son unlocked it. It's called Super Saiyan. Saiyan's hair is normally black. Upon transformation my hair turns golden, my eyes turn teal, and I gain an aura around me that is golden as well. My strength is increased 50 times my base power level. There are other transformations after Super Saiyan. There are the 2 ascended levels which increases my power, but it puts a lot of stress on my body. There is the full-powered Super Saiyan which would allow me to be completely calm in the form and hold the transformation, whereas with the initial Super Saiyan transformation, I'm in a state of emotional fluctuation that helps me maintain the power. I have mastered these transformations so far, but I normally only use the full-powered Super Saiyan transformation. After those is the Super Saiyan 2, which would boost my power to that of twice the power of Super Saiyan form or 100 times my base strength. The most notable changes are that my hair grows slightly and I gain a lightning-like aura. After that is Super Saiyan 3, which would give me 4 times the power of the Super Saiyan 2 form or 400 times my base power level. The physical changes are a lot more noticeable. I lose my eyebrows and my hair grows long all the way down to my back. Naruto explained. Can you show us this Super Saiyan form, Naruto? Of course, but I need you all to grab onto me first. Naruto said as they all reluctantly did as he asked. A second later they were all standing and training ground 7. That was called instant transmission and it can only be used with Kai. Now back up so I can show you my transformation. Naruto's hair turned golden and a golden aura that emanated power. Kakashi and Saratobi got as accurate a reading as they could and they assumed he was the strongest being on the planet. He's even stronger than Itachi. Maybe I could ask him for some training. It's too bad I can't use this power he has, but with his help I can hopefully get stronger. Sasuke thought. After showing off his full strength, Naruto powered down. Sensei, do you think it's possible to postpone our mission tomorrow? Naruto asked. Why, Naruto? Kakashi asked. He knew that the best he could do was decline the mission and try to get another C rank at another time. I have a gift for you three, and it would be very stupid to go out on a potentially dangerous mission with my gift. Naruto explained, I plan to give you copies of the outfit I'm wearing, but with your choice of colors. Naruto, we don't have to wear the same thing just because we're a team. Sakura said. What's so special about this outfit? Sasuke asked. The undershirt, armbands, and boots are weighted. Naruto said simply. Are your clothes weighted too? Sasuke asked. Yes, but I'm also wearing these too. They are more advanced weights and can be increased and decreased. The weights I'm giving you has a set weight and won't increase, which is why you will get these bands when you get accustomed to the first set of weights. Naruto explained as he showed them the band. Where did you get something like this? Kakashi asked. My son's last teacher made him use them for training. Naruto said simply. I'll wear the weighted clothing, but I won't wear the rest. We don't need to dress the same just because we're a team. Sasuke said. Sakura nodded as well. Seeing as I have some catching up to do, I'm wear them as well. Kakashi said lazily. Alright, Kakashi, if you agree I'll just give your C rank to another team. You'll get another C rank after Kakashi is satisfied with your progress. Sarutobi said as he left. You're going to wear the entire outfit while training, so tell me the color scheme you want and I'll get that for you. Naruto said. Who made you leader? Sasuke demanded. I'm the one training you now, so you train my way. No highway option. Naruto said. Sasuke and Sakura mumbled their discontent but still him how they wanted their training gifts. 30 minutes later the team all returned wearing some new clothing. Sakura was wearing the red outfit with white weights. Sasuke had on the white outfit with blue weights. Kakashi was wearing the dark blue outfit with black weights. Naruto, who waited for them to return, was still wearing the outfit like Goku does. How do you walk in this stuff? Sakura asked. She was barely moving and she was using all her strength. Sasuke just grunted because he was struggling as well but didn't want to show any weakness. Kakashi wasn't showing any signs of a struggle. He was used to this weight, just not wearing it, but it was proving easier than he expected. You get used to it. Just imagine how much faster and stronger you'll be when you get used to the weights and take them off. Naruto said eagerly. Can you teach us to use Kai? Sasuke asked. Too dangerous to attempt. Your body might not be able to handle all your chakra being awakened at once. Naruto said in a tone of finality. Alright, do you want to run this training or should I? Kakashi asked. I can do it. I run the weighted training while you run the jutsu training. I'm not positive, but I think I can use Kyuubi's chakra for jutsu. Naruto said. Alright then, what do you want us to do? Kakashi asked while filing away the piece of information for later. You and I will spar, sensei, while Sasuke and Sakura spars. This will help get them used to the weight quicker. After that it would be good if you help them with their chakra and jutsu. Naruto said as Kakashi nodded. Sasuke was a little put off that he was sparring with Sakura, who was little no challenge at all. 1 week later. Team 7 used the weight to get a lot stronger. Kakashi had moved on to the weighted bands at the start of the second day. Naruto decided that after the first week he would give Sasuke and Sakura the bands as well. Sakura was getting a lot better at Taijutsu because of the weights and sparring with a superior opponent. Kakashi had also taught them tree climbing, which actually took Sasuke the entire week to learn, but Sakura got in on her first try. Kakashi made her continue doing it until she was able to run up the tree and back down without stopping. This took Sakura the entire week as well. When they received the new weights, Kakashi planned to teach them water walking as well. Kakashi checked their chakra affinity as well. Sasuke had a lightning affinity and Sakura had a water one. Kakashi decided that he would teach them a couple elemental ninjutsu before he nominated them for the chunin exams. He was confident that they would at least get past the first 2 stages with their teamwork, which had actually gotten better since Naruto's return. While they were doing this, Naruto was trying to control Kyuubi's chakra. It wasn't easy to get to at first, but since it was a lot less than his own levels of Kai, he got the hang of it pretty quickly. The only jutsu he had time to relearn was the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which is stronger than the standard Shadow Clone. The only downside was that they couldn't use Kai. When Team 7 arrived at the training ground, they were summoned by the Hokage to his office. Hey old man. Naruto said as he entered the office. Hello Naruto, Team 7. I have an A rank mission for you. Sarutobi said. An A rank? Isn't that too much for a rookie genin team even with me and Naruto? Kakashi asked. It is, but the mission is to assist Team Guy. They took the mission that you declined and it quickly escalated. They were first attacked by the Demon Brothers, missing Chunin level Nin of the Hidden Mist. Next they encountered Zabuza of the Bloody Mist and his comrade, who we know nothing about since he or she didn't fight. They saved Zabuza from defeat. Because of your ability to arrive there faster than any of my Anbu, and the fact that this was originally your mission, I'm assigning it to you. Sarutobi explained. Team 7 nodded and walked out of the office. Team, go home and pack. Sasuke and Sakura, I want you to remove your weights and leave them at home. This is a serious mission and it will go easier if you're at your best. Kakashi said as they all nodded and speed off to their homes. They later met up at the gate. Except Naruto, they returned to their original clothes for the mission. Naruto was wearing an all-black version of his fighting guy, but without the weights. They all grabbed on Naruto, and he teleported them to energy signatures of 4 that were in the general direction of wave. They appeared in front of a house. The energy signatures I detected are inside, Naruto said. Kakashi stepped forward and knocked on the door. The man with a jounin flak jacket and a green spandex suit opened the door. "Ah, my eternal rival. It's good to see you have gotten here quick," Guy said. "Hi Guy." Kakashi replied as he entered with his team behind him. "This is my youthful team Neji Hyuga, Rock Lee, and Tenten Higurashi," Guy said. "This is my team Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto Uzumaki," Kakashi said. "Our backup is a squad of rookie genin." "Are you serious?" Neji asked. "Yes, but you should never underestimate someone, friend or foe," Kakashi said. "Whatever." Neji scoffed as introductions was exchanged between Tsunami, Tazuna and Team 7. They had an entire week before it was assumed that Zabuza would return. Neji felt even more superior to Team 7 when he heard that they hadn't learned the water walking exercise. Sasuke flipped the tables when he showed that he was faster than Lee was without his weights onn. Just slightly, but enough to tell the difference. I can't go overpowering Sasuke just yet, although neither Lee or Tenten saw it, and Neji didn't know how fast Lee truly was. Neji found it weird that Naruto wasn't working on the water walking with his team, but was being arrogant and didn't want to ask, so he sent Tenten. What they didn't know was that Naruto had shadow clones working on tree climbing in secret. Naruto just said that he didn't need it since he could fly. Tenten didn't believe it until he proved this ability by flying over Sakura and Sasuke, who were still training. By this time though they had mastered it and were sparring. Neji was even floored by Naruto because he was watching from a distance with his Byakugan. What shocked him more was that the only chakra he saw in Naruto was red, unlike the normal blue color, and it was in his stomach. Neji could see his chakra points and chakra system, but didn't see any chakra. On the last day before the week was up, Team 7 had a little conversation. "I've noticed you guys watching the other team," Naruto said randomly. He called them out to have a chat in the woods. He made sure to tell Kakashi that he could stay at the house. "What are you talking about?" Sakura asked. "Don't play around. I can tell Lee has a crush on you, Sakura, and that Tenten has caught Sasuke's eye, although it doesn't appear that she was doing anything special," Naruto said. "He asked me out on a date and at first I wanted to say no, but I told him I liked someone else. He told me that he wouldn't stop until my heart was his," Sakura said. Although he looked weird, Sakura couldn't stop herself from starting to be interested. All these years she has liked Sasuke and has gotten no visible results. She was tired and here comes somebody at the right moment to make her feel wanted. "What about you, Sasuke?" Naruto asked. "She's the first girl I've met that treated me like I was a normal person. Every other girl I've met in the academy likes me, but they don't know me. Older women think I'm cool and handsome, but that just creeps me out. Tenten doesn't know me, and she treats me like a regular person that she just met," Sasuke said. "So the guy that gets all the girls' attention wants the one girl that doesn't give him any, and the girl who prides herself on appearances likes the bush-browed looking freak," Naruto said. He was being sarcastic and they could tell. "What about you? I thought you had a crush on Sakura?" Sasuke asked with a smirk. "I used to, but the Saiyan in me wants a strong mate. Someone who I can just look at and want instantly. When I look at Sakura, I see a younger sister, someone I want to protect and look out for. I doubt anybody on this planet will actually catch my attention, but even then on my son's planet it's the same. The strongest females are either taken or family. I don't know, but I'm not focused on a mate now. I just want to live my life," Naruto said. "That was beautiful," Kakashi said jokingly as he walked into view. "Didn't I tell you not to come?" Naruto said. Yeah. I just wanted to say that Sasuke should go after Tenten. Although I have no doubt in you beating Itachi when you meet, you should still have tried to live a full life beforehand. At least try to find love so that you have more of a reason to come back instead of putting a relationship on hold until after, and when you come back she's gone. You too, Sakura. If Lee is anything like his sensei he won't give up on you. You should give him that date he wants and see where it goes from there. Naruto, I can't really tell you much, but to not give up. I've seen some guys fall for girls that were weaker than them, civilian in some cases. It doesn't how strong the girl is because in most cases you won't find a girl as strong as you, it just matters how tough she is," Kakashi said as he motioned for his team to follow him back to the house. The week had eventually ended and it was time to face Abusa again. Tenten, Lee, and Sakura were ordered to stay behind in case Gato sent someone after Tsunami, and Inari, who mouthed off to Naruto and Naruto, responded with some harsh words that woke Inari from his self-pity. They saw some action from a small group of Ronin that Lee quickly took out. At the bridge Zabuza showed up and was shocked to see some new opponents including Sharingan Kakashi. Kakashi and Guy double-teamed Zabuza, and he lost easily. Guy was slightly weakened by the mist, but Kakashi's increased skills from fighting Naruto with weights on made his reflexes better. He only used the Sharingan when he used his lightning blade on Zabuza. Being the arrogant one he was, Neji charged after the fake hunter nin that they learned was called Haku. Neji fought him and lost badly. The Byakugan in rotation kept him in the battle for a while, but his reserves weren't as huge as Haku's, and he let his anger cloud his judgment. Naruto was keeping his senses focused on Haku and Neji's fight so he could send Sasuke if needed. Sasuke stayed next to Tazuna until Naruto gave him a signal to help Neji and the direction. Sasuke jumped in the fight and actually had a little trouble against Haku. He couldn't see or sense Haku like Naruto, but he was dodging the Senbon easily. After a while Sasuke's Sharingan activated with a Tomo in one eye and two in the other. With his Sharingan active, Sasuke detected Haku through his movements and was able to knock him out of a mirror and knock him unconscious. Haku later died from his chakra exhaustion, but Sasuke wasn't told. Neji was embarrassed that he was outdone by rookies, so he vowed to train harder. Lee was only slightly upset because he didn't get to fight in the real battle. Tenten was content that the mission got easier upon Team 7's arrival. Team 7 were content with the mission. They got an A rank mission. Naruto was proud of their growth and decided he and Kakashi would increase their training for the upcoming chunin exams. Chapter 3. Hey Naruto. Sasuke said as Naruto approached. Hey Naruto, hurry up. Sakura said. They all returned to wearing their weighted clothing, plus the bands that Naruto had given them when they returned from the mission. Naruto increased their training, and Kakashi trained them all in jutsu. With Naruto's help, Sasuke matured his Sharingan to having 2 Tomo in each eye. By the time the exams came they were completely used to the weight that Naruto was wearing. Sasuke learned the Chidori, Sakura learned the water clone jutsu, and Naruto learned the Rasengan. They were all taught the Shuriken shadow clone jutsu, while Naruto also relearned the transformation and the substitution. They had all dropped their training gear again. Naruto was wearing the black guy without the weights. Sasuke was wearing black pants with a short-sleeved navy blue shirt with the Uchiha crest on the back. Sakura was wearing black shorts that came to her knee and a crimson sleeveless shirt. Sasuke and Sakura were wearing ninja sandals, while Naruto was wearing a similar pair of boots to Goku's, but they were all black and weighted. Hey, you guys ready to ace these exams? Naruto said. Sure. I just hope we can actually get some real challenges. Sasuke said. When they reached the Jinjutsu floor Naruto spoke again, we should keep our true strength hidden. Like that Jinjutsu those 2 chunin are using. It's obviously to get rid of the people who aren't ready for the exams. Let's walk past them so we can only have the best competition. I rather fight a small group of strong ninja than a big group of weaklings, right Sasuke? Naruto said as he stoked Sasuke's ego. You're right Naruto, let's move on. Sasuke said, although he was still wondering how Naruto noticed the Jinjutsu. Sasuke had noticed it himself too, but Naruto had a hard time noticing an academy-level Jinjutsu, and now he's spotting chunin-level Jinjutsu. Naruto, how did you notice the Jinjutsu when before you couldn't? Sasuke asked after they passed the Jinjutsu and were on the stairs. Because I can detect that their power levels are chunin level. Konoha has a field promotion, so if they were chunin level then they would have gotten promoted and wouldn't have needed to retake the chunin exams. I also see that the room number says 201 and the way people are acting, I assume that they see 301. Naruto said as he continued walking. Sasuke Uchiha I, Rock Lee, wish to challenge you to a quick spar. Lee said from in front of Team 7. I accept. Sasuke said as he took a Taijutsu stance. Sasuke easily dodged a quick strike by Lee. We appear to be even in speed when I'm wearing all my weights and he has his off, Lee thought. The fight continued with blocks and dodges because of their even speed, but Lee didn't know that Sasuke was holding back. I'm sorry, but I must end this. Lee said as he completely disappeared. Sasuke saw Lee, but activated his Sharingan to copy the move. Lee appeared under Sasuke and kicked him in the chin, rocketing in the air. Lee then appeared behind Sasuke, dancing Lee's shadow. Lee stop. Tenten called. Why Tenten? Lee asked as he appeared in front of Tenten and Neji. You shouldn't be fighting before the exam. Tenten said as Sasuke landed lightly next to his teammates. I've never seen anyone shake off Lee's kick like it didn't happen. Maybe Lee was holding back, Tenten thought as she pulled her 2 teammates away. Team 7 entered the hall with the other genin and headed to the corner with the rest of the rookie 9. You guys replaced Naruto? Kiba asked. He was pissed because of his clan instincts, he didn't like what he was thinking. I'm right here Kiba. Naruto said, which shocked the rest of the Rookie 9-Team 7. Naruto? Where have you been? I haven't seen you since the academy and I heard you went missing, Kiba asked after recognizing Naruto's scent, which was slightly different but familiar enough. I left the village for a short to train with a family member that I'll let you all meet soon. Naruto said. Why do you look so different though? Kiba asked. I'll explain that to you all when we're alone. Naruto said. I didn't know you had the dead last on your team forehead. Ino teased. Shut up Ino pig. Sakura retorted. Before Ino could reply, a white-haired Konoha genin walked over. Hey, you guys must be the rookies. He said. What's that supposed to mean? Sasuke and Kiba said. I don't mean any offense, but you guys are loud and drawing attention from the older participants. I think this year we have the biggest group of genin. Who are you and why does it sound like you've been here before? Naruto asked. He could detect that this guy was as strong as Kakashi before the training he put Kakashi through. I'm Kabuto Yakushi and this is my 6th time taking the exams. Kabuto said. They must be really hard. Sakura and Ino said. Or you're just really weak. Kiba said. At least I haven't been wasting time. I have these now. Kabuto said as he pulled out a deck of cards. What are those? Sasuke asked. My ninja info cards. They have information on every ninja here. Kabuto said. Do you have information on Gaara of the Sand? Sasuke asked. Naruto Uzumaki. Shino asked. Temari Sabaku from Suna. Naruto said. That's no fun, you know their names. Kabuto said as he pulled out 3 cards. Temari Sabaku is a genin from Suna. Her teammates are her brothers Kankuro and Gaara and their sensei is Baki. They have completed 20 C ranks, 10 B ranks and 5 A ranks. She uses a fan and wind style attacks. Kabuto said. Gaara uses sand as his only weapon and it said that every mission he went on, he has returned without a scratch. Kabuto said. Naruto Uzumaki. His teammates are Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. Their sensei is Kakashi Haddock. Team 7 has completed 1 A rank. Naruto Uzumaki, after passing his genin exam, disappeared from Konoha for 3 days and returned looking like this. That's all I have. Kabuto said is all, but Team 7 looked at Naruto hoping for an explanation. Alright everyone settle down. I'm Ibiki Marino and I'm the proctor for the first stage of the exams. Turn in your registration forms and take a number. 10 minutes later. The first stage is a written exam. You will have 9 questions on the paper. The 10th question will be given from me later. The chunin on the sides are here to watch for cheating. Cheating is prohibited. If you're caught 3 times, your exam and your teammates are failed. If a member of your team fails then the team fails. All 3 scores would be graded together. Begin. Ibiki said. Sasuke, who quickly realized what to do, activated his Sharingan and copied the hand movements of the chunin sitting in front of him. Sakura, who wasn't paying attention, started answering the questions easily. Naruto just waited until the chunin in front of him was done, stood up, knocked him unconscious and took his paper. Fortunately for him this only counted as cheating once. 45 minutes later. It's time for the 10th question. You have to choose whether to take it or not. If you decline you and your team fail and you can take the exams again next time. If you accept and get it wrong then you and your team can never take it again. Ibiki finished and a lot of teams walked out. Ibiki saw that no one else looked like they were leaving, so he spoke again, you all pass. Ibiki said as he explained the point of the 10 questions. Meet the next proctor at training ground 44 tomorrow. If you don't know where that is follow someone who does or ask your sensei. Ibiki said as the room was dismissed. While going through the class and collecting tests Ibiki noticed but didn't pay attention to Sakura and Sasuke's perfect scores next to Naruto's stolen test. That makes them the only team to get a perfect 30/30. Naruto who is Temari Sabaku? Sasuke asked as Sakura looked curious as well. Flashback. Hey Tuchi, AM. Naruto said as he entered the ramen stand. Naruto, where have you been? What happened to you? Tuchi asked. Naruto whispered the explanation to them. Hi, can I get 5 pork ramen? A blonde-haired girl said as she entered the stand after Naruto finished. Hey, you're from Suna. Naruto said, trying to start a conversation. Yeah. So what? Temari replied. I'm Naruto, I didn't know pretty girls like ramen. Naruto said, ignoring her comment. I'm Temari and I love it. Temari said while looking away and hiding her blush. That was the first time she's ever been complimented on anything other than her ninja skills. Hey Tuchi, can I get 10 miso ramen? Naruto said. 10? Why are you eating so much? Temari asked. I normally eat this much. Naruto said. Where do you put it all, kid? Temari asked. I train so much that I work it off easily. Naruto said as Temari took notice of his muscled arm. Wow, he's strong. Look at those muscles, wait stop it Tamari you hardly know him, Tamari thought as she stopped looking at Naruto's muscles. They conversed about unimportant things until Tamari said it was late and they headed their separate ways. He said he would see her in the chunin exams. He's a genin. He looks like he's older than me, Tamari thought. Flashback end. I'm Anko Mitarashi, the second proctor. This stage will be a survival test. Behind me is training ground 44, otherwise known as the Forest of Death. Each team will be given either a heaven scroll or an earth scroll. Your objective is to reach the tower in the middle of the forest with both scrolls before 5 days are up. Anything is permitted in the forest. Now sign these waivers that say if you die it's not Konoha's fault. There are 16 teams, 48 of you, more than half of you will not make it. Anko said as her chunin followers passed the waivers out. Sakura was given their heaven scroll. At the gate. Here's the plan. I track down the nearest team. We take their scroll. If it's Earth, I'll get us to the tower, if not we'll try again until we get that Earth scroll Naruto said. Good plan, let's go. Sasuke said as they took off. They encountered almost no teams until they, Sasuke and Sakura, were caught in a genjutsu. The two broke out easily and it didn't affect Naruto. They confronted the enemy Nin and defeated them and took their Earth scroll. After getting the scroll they headed to the tower the normal way since Naruto could tell they were close. Once inside they headed to an empty room. Inside it had 3 different doors that said bedrooms. Above the door was a sign that said open the heaven and earth scroll. I got the scrolls. Naruto said as he was given the scrolls his teammates held and opened them. Iruka-sensei. Team 7 said. Hey. I'm really proud of you guys for making it this far. This goes above and beyond the skill level I thought you guys had. Iruka-sensei said. Being the person that was going to greet them, Iruka was briefed of Naruto already. Sensei, what would have happened if we opened the scrolls in the forest? Sakura asked. I would have been forced to knock you unconscious and you would fail. Iruka-sensei said. Did we make it here first? Naruto asked. No, you didn't. The team from Suna made it here 5 minutes ago. Iruka-sensei said. Oh well. So we just rest here for 4 days? Sasuke asked. Yes you do. After that, all that's left will meet with the Hokage. He will then explain the final stage of the exams. Iruka-sensei said. See you later Iruka. Team 7 said as Iruka-sensei poofed away. Team 7 walked around the tower until they walked past the Suna team. Naruto smiled in Tamari's direction while Sasuke smirked at the murderous-looking Gaara. They later found their rooms and split up to sleep. Not feeling really tired Naruto decided to walk around. Hey Tamari, meet me in the center of the tower. Naruto mentally called out to Tamari, who happened to be awake as well. Being around Gaara normally forced you stay awake sometimes to not irritate him. How did you do that? Tamari asked as she walked out to meet him in her normal clothes minus her battle fan. It's something I picked up from a dead guy. It's not important though. How did you guys get here before we did though? I mean I could have gotten my team here sooner but that would have been me doing all the work. Naruto said. Tamari didn't know if she should answer since he was going to be an enemy in the future but something made her want to talk to him. She felt no threat from him. We immediately headed for the tower when we got in but we ran across a cocky team that attacked us. My younger brother Gaara easily defeated them, my other brother Kankuro retrieved their scroll and we headed here at full speed. Tamari said. Naruto was slightly shocked that Gaara did all the work for them but then he thought that he could have done the same. I'd rather we be a team than for me to show off by doing everything. Naruto said. What do you mean? Tamari asked. I could have sent my team to the tower at full speed, well I found a team with the scroll we needed. After defeating them and taking their scroll, I would have met with my team who would be at or close to the tower in an instant. Naruto said. How is that possible? Tamari asked, becoming a little wary of Team 7. I have been training my team in wearing weights and our sensei told them to not wear their weights on missions or during these exams. The difference in speed is crazy. I also have a technique that can allow me to teleport to any energy signature I can detect. Naruto said. That's inhuman. A few pounds aren't going to increase their speed by that much. What kind of jutsu does that? Are you a sensor? Tamari asked. The undershirt and boots weigh 25 pounds each. The armbands are adjustable, but they are wearing 20 pounds. It isn't a jutsu, since it uses kai instead of chakra. I'm not a sensor in the traditional meaning, I was just taught how to detect energy signatures. Naruto said simply. Are you crazy? How can you make your teammates wear that much weight? What is kai? Can you teach me? Tamari said blindly. She was shocked that the boy in front of her would put his teammates through such harsh physical training, but that changed to pure curiosity when he said that he used kai and that he was taught how to sense energy. I only train that way to help them. My male teammate has an ambition for revenge. Well I can't stop him, I can make him strong enough so he doesn't die trying. My female teammate has no true goal that I know of, but it would be just plain wrong to leave her behind. Kai is basically chakra without the chakra gates restraining it. I can teach you a few things, but nothing serious because everything I know how to use today is used with Kai. I can't help you unlock your Kai because it's dangerous and can possibly cost you your life," Naruto said. "How did you unleash your Kai?" Temari asked. "That is a tale for another day. It's best we get some sleep," Naruto said as he walked away with a no-look-back wave. 4 days later. The past few days had been insightful to Temari. She got to meet Team 7 personally. She was unused to how they treated each other that she mostly forgot about her mission. Gaara and Kankuro being the only ones that could remind her. Kankuro didn't want her making friends with people that were going to be her enemies soon. That could be considered treason, and he didn't want to have to tell their father why he had to put down his sister. "Before we hold the third stage of the exams in 1 month, we have to hold a preliminary round now. There are too many of you so we have to shorten that. Are there any amongst you that can't battle again right away and wish to forfeit?" Sarutobi asked. There were 5 teams left. Team 7, 8, Guy, Suna, and Kabuto. "I quit," Kabuto said as he put his hand up and walked away. He had a brief argument with his teammate and left with a backward glance to Orochimaru, the Jounin in disguise. Orochimaru was hiding his anger very well. He was angry that Sasuke finished the exam before they could meet. Orochimaru's plan was falling apart and he didn't know how to fix it. The preliminaries began and the first fight ended in a draw. Shino fought Kankuro. Kankuro poisoned Shino, but Shino's bugs drained Kankuro of all chakra. The match could not be continued by either side so it was a draw. Sakura defeated Hinata by using her superior speed to get behind Hinata and knock her unconscious. Temari defeated Tenten easily. Temari defeated Tenten by blocking everything Tenten threw with her wind-style jutsu. She only used weak wind jutsu to blow Tenten's best weapons techniques away. In the end Tenten fell, after being hit with a wind scythe jutsu, back first onto Temari's fan. It was actually an accident, so Temari let her down easily and apologized to Sasuke, who carried her to the medics that took her away. Other than winning, the only good thing about that match was that Naruto was on her side for this fight and was happy when she won, but felt bad for how Tenten landed. Gaara killed Mitsumi with a sand burial. Lee defeated Neji by taking off his weights and striking Neji before he could get a hit in. Lee didn't go all out, but he had to use the primary lotus to defeat Neji. Sasuke, who wanted to show off, used the lion's barrage. Sasuke's fighting style added to the dancing leaf shadow that Lee used on him. Yoroi coughed up blood and passed out. Naruto defeated Kiba with his after-image technique. Naruto left an after-image, Kiba got cocky and charged in with a fang over fang. As soon as Kiba went through Naruto, he stopped the attack and was knocked out by a hard blow to the neck by Naruto. Chapter 4. After the preliminaries, Naruto thought that it couldn't hurt to go see Temari. She was able to get out without too many questions from her brother and sensei. "Hey Naruto?" Temari asked as she ran up to him. "Hey. Good job in the preliminaries," Naruto said. "Wow. I guess their training really does help," Temari said. "I wanted to ask about your brother though. Is he a Jinchuriki?" Naruto asked. He wanted to ask during the 4 days, but he kept it to himself. Temari didn't speak. The only people who could be that strong would be Jinchuriki and people not Genin level. "You're from Suna too, so I assume Gaara is the Jinchuriki of the one-tailed beast," Naruto said. "How is that possible?" Temari asked. "I just put some pieces together. It wasn't too hard to figure out seeing as I used to be a Jinchuriki too," Naruto asked. Temari looked at Naruto skeptically for a minute. "I was the Jinchuriki for the Kyuubi, but what my father the 4th Hokage didn't notice was that the object that knocked Kyuubi out held a person inside. That person was of an alien race known as Saiyan. When I was 12 and learned of holding the Kyuubi, the Saiyan known as Bardock called me into my mindscape and I fused with them both. I'm a Saiyan now, but I still hold Kyuubi's chakra. To convince you, I'm going to use a transformation that only a Saiyan could use. You can watch me to see if I'm using chakra," Naruto said. When Naruto said that, he then transformed and Temari felt his increase in power, but felt no chakra at all. "Did Gaara kill heartlessly?" Naruto asked as he powered down. "Yes. He's been like that since he was young," Temari revealed. "Do you know why?" Naruto asked. "Our uncle tried to murder Gaara when he was a child and then he snapped. He also doesn't get any sleep because of Shukaku," Temari said. "If he's so unstable, why was he sent here?" Naruto asked. Temari looked away. "I won't get mad, but I need to know," Naruto said. "I can't tell you. I wouldn't have anywhere to go," Temari said sadly. "What do you mean? Whatever the problem is, we can solve it. If you don't have a place to go, you can always move in with me," Naruto said. "Are you serious?" No, I couldn't possibly leave my home or my brothers, even if they don't feel like home or family. Tamari said as tears started to form in her eyes. If you're in a bad situation, it can always get better with some help. Let me help you and we can make it better. Naruto said genuinely. Suna has teamed up with Odo and are planning an invasion against Konoha during the Chunin exam finals, with Gaara as their secret weapon. Tamari admitted. You do realize that you betrayed your village just by telling me this information? Naruto asked. Yes, I do, but I don't care. That village hasn't been my home since my mom died. I have nothing and no one in Suna anymore. Tamari said. What about your siblings? Or your father? Naruto asked. Kuro's alright, but he's a perverted weirdo, and all he ever does is work on his stupid puppets and scold me for any weakness I do show. Gaara is a different story altogether. He doesn't see me and Kankuro as his siblings. He's openly threatened us with death before, and I know he would do it without hesitation. My father, on the other hand, doesn't treat us like his kids, but instead is his shinobi. There isn't anyone in Suna I care for or cares for me. Tamari said as she released her bottled up emotions into Naruto's chest. If Suna isn't your home anymore, then come stay with me. Naruto suggested. Would really still offer your home to me after what you've heard? Tamari asked. Of course, Tamari-chan. Naruto said as she looked. But we hardly know each other. Tamari said as she looked away to hide her blush. We know enough. You know that I'm not the Kyuubi Jinchuriki. You know that I'm stronger than your brother. You also know that my parents are Minato Namikaze, the 4th Hokage, and Kushina Uzumaki, the former heir to the Uzumaki clan. I know that you have a horrible family life and you don't feel like your village is home anymore. I know that pretty soon you're going to be village-less and need a place to stay. I also know that I like you and want to be with you. Naruto finished as Naruto looked up at his words. Really? Tamari asked as she stopped crying into his shoulder. Yes, Tamari-chan. I'll even train you to be as strong as my teammates. Naruto said. You mean wearing weights? Tamari asked. That, and I might see if the old man can find someone to teach you a few jutsu. Naruto replied. Naruto then explained his Saiyan heritage and his time with his son training. Naruto also explained that even though Gaara had a demon within him, Naruto was already stronger than Gaara and that if they fought Naruto could win. She was shocked to hear that he was currently and has been wearing more weighted clothing than either his teammates and sensei since before the beginning of the exams. 1 month later. Tamari had informed Team 7 and the Hokage about the upcoming invasion and all the details she knew. The Hokage respected her decision to betray her village and offered her a position as a Konoha Kunoichi, which she eagerly accepted. Tamari had also been able to keep her relationship and training with Naruto a secret from her brothers and sensei. Gaara was too busy controlling himself so he wouldn't kill anyone before he was allowed to. Kankuro thought she was training and paid her no mind, especially since he was working on his puppets. Baki was occupied with watching Gaara and making sure the plan was able to go through without problems. Tamari has even changed her appearance, or at least has a new outfit to start wearing once she becomes a Leaf Shinobi. She also has made plans to move in with Naruto. They also trained with Naruto's godfather who taught Naruto a jutsu of each element. He also taught Tamari a few wind jutsu and water walking. You ready for today, Naruto? Kakashi asked. He trained Sasuke and Sakura, who started dating during the month of training, extensively after Naruto taught them how to increase and decrease the weighted bands. Sasuke had asked out Tenten, and she replied yes. The date was great and she told him that they could have a second one after the finals. Sakura gave Lee the date he wanted, but he had to return to training for the finals. They promised that they would see how things go after the finals. Yeah, sensei. Naruto said. I'm still not sure why I should be with the Hokage instead of with the others fighting. Goku said. Naruto used instant transmission to borrow Goku. Fortunately or unfortunately, he found Goku meditating alone. We know that it was the Kazekage who allied with the Otakage to start this invasion. You're with the Hokage because you're the only one who would be fast enough to help the old man if he needs help. Besides, if the Hokage survives this invasion, it sends a message to any other village that think about messing with us. It tells them that we can handle anyone that comes after us. Naruto said. Okay, I guess. I really wanted to see how strong this Orochimaru guy is. Goku said. If you see him you can fight him, but your first priority is the Hokage's safety. Naruto said as Goku nodded. The Chunin exam finals. The matches will be Naruto Uzumaki vs Rock Lee. Sasuke Uchiha vs Tamari of the Sand. The overall winner will face Sakura. Then that winner would face Gaara in the finals. Hey, it said. I don't understand, Hokage, why is my boy Gaara going last? Orochimaru in disguise as the Kazekage asked. Goku was standing in Anbu armor and mask and standing behind Sarutobi. After first-hand seeing Gaara's bloodlust, I have decided that Gaara will just face the overall winner. That way Gaara still fights and there can be least bloodshed. Because there were no other genin, Sakura got the same treatment. Sarutobi said. You're making it too easy for Gaara to win. The Kazekage said. I assure you Gaara will not be the victor. Sarutobi said. What do you think that your Uchiha will beat him? The Kazekage asked. You'll see what I'm talking about later Kazekage. Sarutobi said. He was fully aware that Orochimaru was sitting next to him. Naruto vs Rock Lee, begin. Hayate said. Hey Lee, I think you should take your weights off if you want a fair fight. Naruto said. What are you saying? Lee asked suspiciously. I know that the training weights that you're wearing aren't just a couple of pounds and that your speed rivals Sasuke's weighted speed a month ago. Naruto said. You would be wise to not underestimate my speed. Lee said. I'm not underestimating you, I just know where we are in speed and right now with your weights on you're too slow. Naruto said. Lee finally obliged and removed his weights. As soon as Lee took off his weights Naruto disappeared from sight. Only the Anbu in the crowd, Might Guy, Kakashi, the Cages, Goku, Temari, Team 7 and Lee saw that he was moving very fast towards Lee, who followed suit. Most of the crowd could hear the blows being blocked and countered by the two moving at such an incredible speed. This is Naruto's true speed. Even with his weights on he's still faster than Lee. He must be lowering his speed to Lee's level to make it seem a little more fair. I can't wait to see the results of Temari's training with Naruto, Sasuke thought. Wow, and he's holding back. My Naruto-kun is so strong, Temari thought. In the month she trained with Naruto his weights increased to 16 tons, while she was on 4 tons. And basically I'm saying Naruto's base form is as strong if not stronger than Goku's Super Saiyan form during the Otherworld tournament. Also Sasuke and Sakura were wearing 175 pounds total, but they decided to not hold anything back. Sasuke and Sakura are wearing their unweighted outfits that they started the tournament with, while Naruto is wearing his normal training guy. The two appeared sliding backwards on opposite sides of each other. Lee seemed to be sweating and panting. Naruto seemed to be ready to continue. You are a good opponent Naruto, and it appears you're holding back on me. Lee said. What? Was the crowd, minus Temari, Team 7, Kakashi, Sarutobi, Iruka and Goku, reaction to Lee's words. And Naruto has yet to tell anyone of his secret. How did you know? Naruto asked. I am tired and it appears that you aren't even trying. Please Naruto do not hold back from me. Show me your true strength and speed. It will give me something to aim for in my training. Lee asked. Alright Lee, but I don't think you can make it to my level. I'm not underestimating you or belittling you. I'm just saying that I train with a total of 16 tons weighing me down. In fact I've been wearing them the entire fight. Naruto said. Another what was the collective thought going through the crowd again. Even Goku was surprised because the last time he trained with 16 tons, he couldn't do it without going Super Saiyan, and yet Naruto is not only able to train without going Super Saiyan, but he is able to fight with them on. Naruto then began the process of taking his undershirt weighted bands and boots off. Naruto then smirked as he got up and appeared behind Lee. Only Goku was able to witness this. Wow, your speed has increased to even levels I never thought possible. Lee said in amazement. He never saw Naruto make any slight movement, but he was confident that Naruto was behind him. I don't mean to be rude Lee, but you should forfeit. My speed is not the only thing that has increased, as you should know yourself. I also have other ways of getting stronger. Naruto said the last part in Lee's ear. I forfeit Proctor. Lee said as he raised his hand. This action shocked the other members of Team Guy, who thought they would never see the day when they would see Lee quit. Winner Naruto Uzumaki. Hayate said as he smiled at Naruto. Next is Sasuke Uchiha vs Temari of the Sand. You may begin when ready. Hayate said as Sasuke was already walking on the field as Naruto and Lee were walking off and Temari jumped down when Naruto sealed away his weights. Sasuke wasn't sure if he could actually beat Naruto, but he hoped that Naruto would allow him to show off enough to earn the rank of chunin. Temari was wearing the outfit she wore to the village on top of her new outfit. She had a black weighted t-shirt under a crimson dress, black pants, red weighted bands and weighted black and crimson boots, Chi-Chi's outfit in the last tournament of Dragon Ball, only with a weighted shirt underneath and knee-high boots that are weighted. Where is her fan? Was the thoughts from Kankuro, Gaara and Baki-sensei. Temari chose to leave her fan behind for the fight. Sasuke charged at the girl who was shocked at his speed. Not that she couldn't keep up, but she didn't know he was that fast. Sasuke was faster than Lee with his weights off and the difference was easy to see. Temari on the hand was just barely faster than Lee with her weights off. Sasuke landed a punch and knocked the girl back. Sasuke smirked and continued an onslaught that sent her across the field. Proctor end the match. Sasuke said. He didn't want to seriously hurt the girl. Don't end this match. I haven't even started yet. Shadow clone jutsu. Temari said. Naruto showed her the hand seal and told her how to do it. How do you know that jutsu? Sasuke asked, although he knew he didn't want to give away her position so soon. I'm not telling. Temari teased. It doesn't matter. Fire-style fireball jutsu. Sasuke said as he shot a huge fireball at Temari. Perfect, Temari thought as she jumped into the fireball. Temari appeared on the other side and punched Sasuke in the face. I think it's time I loosened up. Temari said as she dropped her boots, weighted bands, and undershirt. She apparently had no problem showing off the sports bra she was wearing under her undershirt. Many were surprised that she survived the fireball, let alone had on different clothes. You were wearing your weights the entire time? Sasuke asked in shock. He knew she was doing the weighted training like the rest of Team 7, but didn't know she was wearing them now. Sasuke activated his Sharingan and created 4 lightning clones. Temari smirked and charged the clones, which she thought was simple shadow clones. Upon her destroying them she was shocked with 4 bolts of lightning, which almost caused her to scream out in pain. Temari! Naruto exclaimed, which Baki-sensei and Kankuro noticed. Temari is unable to battle due to being unconscious. Hayate said as he called a medic for Temari, but was stopped when Temari dispelled. Nice try. Temari said from within the group of clones she made. Fire style, Phoenix Flower Jutsu. Sasuke said. Wind style, air bullets. Temari said as each individual shot 2 bursts of wind. This left Sasuke with 4 wind balls and 4 overpowered fireballs coming at him. He was hit, but what caught her off guard was that he was a lightning clone. The lightning from the jutsu hit Temari after Sasuke took out the shadow clones. This time Temari took the attack and went down. Temari is unable to battle due to unconsciousness. Hayate said, but he was stopped again as the Temari on the ground turned into a log. I'm not that easy to beat. Temari said as she appeared behind Sasuke. She was almost empty because of all the clones she used, but she could still fight. She aimed a kick to the back of Sasuke's head. Too slow. Sasuke ducked, turned and came up with an uppercut. I'm not some pushover. She replied as she backflipped and kicked him in the chin. Sasuke recovered and landed a little away from the girl. He wiped the blood off his chin and smirked. Not bad, try this. Sasuke said as he activated his Sharingan and used his new Genjutsu on her. He wasn't sure for how long it would last on her, since it wasn't the same as Tsukuyomi. He charged and appeared behind her with a kunai. Seconds later she broke the Genjutsu and felt the cold steel on her throat. 4 feet now. Sasuke told her. Nice, I 4 feet Proctor. Temari said with a smirk on her face. She knew Sasuke wouldn't kill her, but she knew there wasn't much else she could do with such low reserves. Temari 4 feats, Sasuke is the winner. Will Naruto Uzumaki and Sakura Haruno come down? Ready Naruto? Sakura asked. Don't worry, I won't hurt you too much. Naruto taunted. I'm going to give you all I got Naruto, let's try not to make this quick. Sakura said. I wouldn't do that. That way you can't get promoted with me and Sasuke, Naruto said. Whatever, let's get started. Sakura said as she rolled her eyes. Chapter 5. Begin. Hayate said. Water clone jutsu. Sakura said as 3 water clones sprang up next to her. She charged at Naruto. He easily dodged her coordinated attacks from his 4 attackers and then destroyed the clones. Clones aren't really useful. Naruto said, but he never noticed Sakura doing one-handed seals. Water prison jutsu. Sakura said as she trapped Naruto with the water left over from her water clones. They were just a distraction and my source of water. Too bad that's an afterimage. Naruto said from behind Sakura as the afterimage faded. I should have known that wouldn't work. Sakura said as 3 more water clones tried to attack Naruto but was taken out easily. You're wasting chakra that you don't have. Naruto said. He knew that she had to have something else coming. Sakura was always a smart girl and Kakashi was an excellent strategist, so trying a failing tactic over and over again had to be a distraction. Water-style tornado of water. Sakura said as she finished a few hand signs just after Naruto destroyed the clones. Not bad. Naruto said as he felt the jutsu cut up his clothes a little. He placed his 2 fingers on his forehead and used the instant transmission to appear behind Sakura with a kunai to her throat. I didn't expect it to hold you for long, but I also didn't expect you to walk into my trap. Sakura said. What do you mean, this is the real you? Naruto was cut off as a water clone used the water dragon jutsu aimed directly at him. The momentary distraction was enough for Sakura to seamlessly substitute with her water clone that dispersed shortly after using the water dragon jutsu. Naruto smiled at the effort. Not enough. Naruto said as he formed a Rasengan to the shock of many watching and slammed it into the water dragon and destroying it before again using the instant transmission to appear behind Sakura, but this time with his jutsu at her jugular. The match was clearly over. Winner Naruto Uzumaki. Hayate said. This match, like his last, was clearly one-sided. It appeared that Naruto drew the fights out to give his friends a chance to earn a promotion. Bulgara and Sasuke Uchiha come down. Hey, called. The two chunin candidates walked into the arena. Begin. Hey, called. What followed after those words could only be described as Gaara being used as a punching bag. Sasuke used his superior speed to outrun and outmaneuver Gaara's sand while he landed crushing blows to Gaara. Unfortunately it wasn't enough. Gaara soon started to force his sand to not protect him and to form a denser body armor than before. The result was the ragdoll known as Gaara to not take any damage and for Sasuke to tire himself out. I'm pretty sure that Chidori would be my best bet at winning, but I would either kill Gaara, which would be an unprovoked since I was aiming to kill, or I could settle for injuring him, but that might cause his tailed beast to take over. Sasuke thought. Let's go out with a bang. Sasuke said as he formed a few hand signs before gripping his right wrist. Chidori. Sasuke said as he charged Gaara. Without his natural defense Gaara was a sitting duck. He quickly formed a dense ball of sand, but it wasn't enough. Sasuke tore through the shield and the armor, purposely coming short as to not injure Gaara. He quickly snatched his hand out and jumped back. I forfeit Proctor. My trump card wasn't enough and I'm low on chakra. I can't win, but I know my teammate can and will. Winner Gaara, due to forfeit. Hade said. Gaara, would you like to take a break before facing Naruto Uzumaki? Hade asked as Gaara nodded. 30-minute break before Gaara and Naruto face off. Hade called to the crowd. Naruto stood and waited for his fight while Sasuke went to see Tenten. Sakura and Lee were talking to each other in the hallway. 30 minutes had passed and it was time for the final fight. Begin. Hade called to the two in front of him. Time to get better, Gaara. Naruto said. You won't escape me. Gaara yelled. Naruto smirked and appeared behind Gaara. Gaara's sand wasn't quick enough to react to Naruto's unseen movements. Let's go. Naruto said as he used the instant transmission. In the hot springs. That kid needs to hurry up, Jiraiya thought as he finished all the preparation and hand seals for a sealing jutsu. Naruto then appeared out of nowhere and dunked Gaara. Back up, kid. Jiraiya said as he rushed forward and slammed a seal in Gaara's chest. This seal shut off all contact between Gaara and Shukaku unless initiated by Gaara. The seal also was supposed to fuse Gaara's chakra with Shukaku's chakra slowly and finished by the time he was 15. After Jiraiya finished he smiled at Naruto who appeared next to Gaara and used the instant transmission again. That kid sure is something, Jiraiya thought as he remembered his meeting with Naruto. Flashback start. Lord Jiraiya, the Hokage requests your immediate presence. It is very important. And Anbu said. Alright, I'm coming. Jiraiya said as he body flickered into the office. Hey old man. Jiraiya said. I have someone I want you to meet, Jiraiya. Sarutobi said. This guy. Who is he? Jiraiya asked. The guy looked strong and radiated confidence. This is Naruto's son. Sarutobi said. What? He's just a kid and this guy looks older than him. Jiraiya said in shock. Goku's father was sealed inside of Naruto with the Kyuubi. After Naruto's Genin exam with Team 7 Bardock fused with Naruto and sent Naruto to train with his son. Naruto returned 3 days later and started training his team and sensei. Sarutobi said as they filled Jiraiya in on the invasion plan. Naruto even told Jiraiya what he knew about the one-tailed Jinchuriki Gaara. This information led to Jiraiya and Naruto planning to bring Gaara to Jiraiya, who would put a new seal over Gaara's current seal which was unfinished. Flashback end. I guess I'll just relax until the invasion starts. Jiraiya said as he sat back down and waited. At the chunin final stage. Naruto appeared with an unconscious and soaking wet Gaara. Oh no, Gaara's unconscious, thought Kankuro and Baki-sensei. Proctor called the match. He's unconscious. Naruto said. If you stand down now we can continue being allies and put this all behind us. Kakashi-sensei said from behind Baki-sensei. What? Baki-sensei said in shock. We know about the invasion. I warn you that if you don't call off the Suna ninja now, our alliance will be severed and we will show no mercy. Kakashi said. What are we going to do? With Gaara unconscious and not changing we lose our secret weapon. No, I can't think like that. We outnumber them. This invasion continues. Baki-sensei thought. Baki-sensei then let off the signal for the invasion to begin. The cage stands blew up and 2 figures flew towards a different building. The barrier then came down around the building. One barrier to keep others out and another to prevent trapped person, Sarutobi, from attacking the Sound 4. Nice try, Orochimaru. Sarutobi said as he looked at his former student in the clothes of the Kazekage. I didn't think you would recognize me, sensei. Orochimaru said as he stripped from the clothes. If this situation was different, I don't think I could beat you. Sarutobi said. Whatever do you mean, sensei? Orochimaru asked. He means that he isn't alone. Goku said as he appeared behind Orochimaru. What, how did you get in here? Orochimaru asked as Goku smirked. Goku was still dressed as an Anbu, but that soon changed as Goku dropped the outfit to reveal his normal guy. "Are you alright, Temari-chan?" Naruto asked as Temari appeared next to him. "Of course, Naruto-kun. Sasuke had more training time than me, but I'm sure we made the fight convincing," Temari said. "You betrayed us, Temari," Kankuro said as he jumped down. "No, you betrayed me. After we lost our mother, Dad stopped treating us like his kids. After our uncle was killed, Gaara treated us like enemies. You were the only one left who could have been there for me like a family, but you turned your back on me too," Temari said as she kissed Naruto in front of her brother. "I guess it's time to go help my village," Jiraiya said as he headed out to fight the invading forces. 2 hours later. The invasion was over. With the help of Naruto, Temari, and Jiraiya, the Suna shinobi were all knocked unconscious and restrained. All of the Odo shinobi were killed. Goku had killed Orochimaru, the Sound 4, and Kabuto. Konoha received a 0% loss. All genin and villagers were ordered to stay in their homes or out of the way. "You are now officially a Konoha chunin," Sarutobi said as he handed Temari her new headband and a chunin flak jacket. "I now promote you to a Konoha chunin," Sarutobi said as he handed TAM7 their chunin flak jacket. "Old man, are there anyone else getting promoted?" Naruto asked. "Only Lee." Lee's Taijutsu level and his humility to admit defeat to a clearly superior opponent got the judges to vote yes as well. Gaara was defeated too easily and showed nothing special, so the judges voted no. Sarutobi said. "Well, let's go, you guys. I'm hungry," Goku said as he prepared to teleport to Kai Kai's home cooking. Chapter 6. "So what did you want to see us for, old man?" Naruto asked as he and Temari stood facing Jiraiya and Sarutobi in the Hokage's office. "I wanted to inform of a situation that you needed to know," Sarutobi said as he motioned for Jiraiya to continue. "The group called Akatsuki are targeting tailed beasts, in other words Jinchuriki. They won't officially start moving for 3 more years though. What does that have to do with me?" "I'm not a Jinchuriki," Naruto asked. "They think you are. That means you are a target for them," Jiraiya explained. "Do you really think they are a challenge for me?" Naruto asked. "They are a group of S-class missing nin. I've determined that Itachi Uchiha and Kisame Hoshigaki are members of their organization. You may be able to handle them with ease, but the other Jinchuriki most likely can't. Besides, whatever they are planning may still be dangerous without Kyuubi," Jiraiya said. "What do you want us to do about it?" Naruto asked. "Leave for 3 years after you finished one last mission," Sarutobi said. "What's the mission and where will I go?" Naruto asked. "Jiraiya will take you two to go find Tsunade. Bring her back to the village and up the village's strength. If possible, go to your son's planet," Sarutobi said. "It's possible, old man," Naruto said. "Then you have to leave for 3 years. That way any new skill or power level you gain will be completely unknown to anyone," Sarutobi said. "What about Sasuke and Sakura? You think they can get special training too? Maybe from Kakashi-sensei and Jiraiya?" Naruto asked hopefully. "That can be arranged, but may I ask why do you think they need special training?" Sarutobi asked. "I want them there with me when I face the Akatsuki. Sasuke needs the closure from killing his brother, and Sakura won't want to let us go into something dangerous without her," Naruto said. "I don't think revenge is the best thing for Sasuke, but I know that I'd prefer Sasuke going about this on Konoha terms instead of his own. They will receive the special training from Kakashi and Jiraiya," Sarutobi said as he smiled. "Thanks, old man. We'll head out immediately," Naruto said as the group left the room. Naruto and Temari heading to the gate to meet Jiraiya. Village gate. "You guys ready to go?" Jiraiya asked. "We're ready. Do you have any idea where she currently is?" Naruto asked. "Hanzaku town. With your speed we should get there before she leaves," Jiraiya said. "Alright, hold on," Naruto said as Naruto put Temari on his back and they ran at Jiraiya's full speed to Tanzaku town. "You got to get me a pair of those weighted clothes," Jiraiya said. "I'll see. So what do we do first?" Naruto asked. "How about you detect the strongest energy source here? That should lead us right here," Temari said as Jiraiya nodded. "Found her. She's in there," Naruto said as they followed Jiraiya into the tavern. Upon entering the tavern, the trio saw the exact people that they were looking for. The three nodded to each other and headed to the booth. Temari and Naruto slid in first and Jiraiya slid in last. "Hey, Tsunade Haim," Jiraiya said. "What are you doing here, Jiraiya, and who are the brats?" Tsunade asked. "This is Naruto and Temari, Konoha's newest chunin. I'm bringing you back to the village because of what just happened there," Jiraiya said. "What happened?" Shizune asked in worry for her home village. "Orochimaru started the Hidden Sound village and teamed up with Suna to attack us during the chunin exams final. Thanks to Temari here, we were able to learn about the invasion and effectively repel it. Konoha received a 0% death rate, while Suna was completely restrained and are currently trying to negotiate a new alliance with us. Odo is currently no more. All Odo shinobi were killed including Orochimaru, his right-hand man Kabuto, and the Sound 4. Jiraiya explained. How is that possible? The 4th Kazekage is no pushover and from what I heard they have an unstable Jinchuriki. Tsunade said in shock at the feat that Konoha accomplished. In Naruto's match against Gaara, Suna's Jinchuriki, he teleported Gaara to me and I fixed a kid seal to make it like Minato's design of Naruto's seal. The 4th Kazekage was killed by Orochimaru before the invasion and came in his place. Naruto's son worked with Sarutobi sensei and took out Orochimaru and his strongest shinobi. Naruto and Temari also put in a lot of work too. Jiraiya said. Son? He's nothing but a child himself. You expect me to believe that this brat has a child and that child was strong enough to defeat Orochimaru? Tsunade asked. This brat is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, the alleged Kyuubi Jinchuriki. Jiraiya said. What do you mean alleged? Shizune asked. Kyuubi is dead. After my team's Genin exam, I was pulled into the seal to meet Kyuubi and a man named Bardock. I fused with him and Kyuubi to get stronger. Bardock's son, who is now my son because of the fusion, then trained me. Naruto said. How is all that possible? Shizune asked. Naruto then went through the process of explaining the night of his birth, the Saiyan race, and his training in the chamber. Is she okay? Temari asked as she looked at Tsunade. Ever since Jiraiya announced Naruto's full name she hadn't taken her eyes off of Naruto. Tsunade. Jiraiya said uneasily as Tsunade blinked and turned to face him. Are you telling me that this kid is my godson and I never knew he was alive? Tsunade asked. I didn't find out until sensei told me just before the chunin exam finals. I couldn't come and tell you because we were planning the counterattack to the invasion. Jiraiya explained hurriedly. So sensei is to blame? Come on Shizune, we're going to our hotel room. We're heading to Konoha first thing in the morning. Tsunade said as she stormed off to sleep before she could do anything she would regret. You guys have a place to stay? Shizune asked. We can get a room at your hotel right? Jiraiya asked. Of course. Shizune said as the trio followed her and got a room at the same hotel. The next morning Tsunade and Shizune were shocked at Naruto when he told the group to place a hand on him and they would be in Konoha in a second. They complied and were shocked when they found themselves in Sarutobi's office. Why did you teleport directly to my office Naruto? Sarutobi asked as Tsunade looked in her sensei's direction. Sensei. Tsunade yelled as she cracked her knuckles. Chapter 7. After bringing Tsunade back, she pummeled her sensei and then they sat down for a normal conversation. So where are you guys going? Tsunade asked. To my son's home planet. Another planet that calls itself Earth. I'm going to stay there train myself as well as Temari-chan. With the skill level that Goku says they have then I should be able to come back much stronger. Naruto said. I just recently meet you and you're already leaving. Tsunade said with a slight sad tone. Don't worry I'll be back in 3 years. When we return we'll defeat the Akatsuki and then live normal shinobi lives afterward. Naruto said as he reached over and hugged his godmother. Do you need any help with her training? Tsunade asked motioning toward Temari. No I have something planned for her. Naruto said as he stood up. We're gonna go pack and then we'll meet you guys at the gate in an hour. 1 hour later. Naruto and Temari were greeted by a bigger send-off than they expected. They saw the remainder of the Konoha 12, Tsunade, Shizune, Jiraiya, Hiruzen, Tuchi, Aim, Asuma, Kurenai, Kakashi, the elders including Danzo, Konohamaru, Mogi, Yuden, Hanabi, Iruka, Ibisu, Gai, Izumo, Kitetsu, Anko, Ibiki, Shikaku, Inoichi, Chauza, Tsum, Hana, Mabuki, Kizashi, Shibi, and Hiashi. What are you all doing here? Naruto asked. To see you off brat. Anko said. The will fire burns strongly and everyone here. They have come to see you off because they either know you personally or only met you a handful of times and you just really interest them. After all you are Konoha's #1 hyperactive Hiruzen said. Brat. Anko, Jiraiya, Ibiki, Ibisu and Tsum all inserted teasingly. Ha. That was so funny I forgot to laugh. Naruto said with a huge grin. You guys ready to go? Goku said as he appeared behind them. He had come so he come get them to the right place. When Naruto normally went to his planet he would show up at Kami's lookout. Goku would take him straight to all his friends that were waiting to meet his father. Yay. Temari and Naruto said in unison. See you all in 3 years. Goku placed his hand on Naruto and Temari and used the instant transmission to teleport to his home. He was currently in the middle of training Oob, but one day off wouldn't hurt the boy's growth. When they arrived they saw a huge group of people. Hey guys. This is my dad and his girlfriend. Goku said. Everyone sweat dropped. Goku, he's just a child. Krillin said as he walked forward. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Goku said with a laugh. Kakarot you idiot. Bardock is dead. Vegeta said angrily. What makes you think Bardock died? Naruto asked. He, along with most of the Saiyan race, died on the day of Kakarot's birth. Vegeta said. That's where you're wrong. Bardock survived and crash landed on my planet. Naruto said with the seriousness of a Saiyan warrior. Prove it. Vegeta said. Naruto transformed into a Super Saiyan. Is that enough proof? Vegeta was at a loss for words. How? Bardock landed on a being known as the Nine-Tailed Fox. A being made up of entirely chakra, which is a gated-off version of Kai. Bardock's space pod knocked him unconscious, and before they knew it they were sealed inside of me by my father. 12 years later I met Bardock in the seal, and he told me he would sync with me as well as Kyuubi. Before that he told me he would contact Goku so he could train me. Naruto said. Sync. So now you're a full-blooded Saiyan? Piccolo asked. He had used a sync before, but that sync was between two Namekians. Yes. Naruto answered. Why would Bardock do something like that? It makes no sense. Vegeta said. There was no way out of the seal except through my death, and at the time I was only 12. Either wait or try to force my death, and even then there was no guarantee Bardock would get out. Kyuubi, as a chakra being, would die with me, but be reborn years later. Bardock would just die. This was the best way to make up for his past and not being able to stop Frieza like he wanted to. Naruto said. After that there was silence at Bardock's attempt to make things right. Goku soon broke the silence by introducing everyone. Naruto was ecstatic to see that he had more family. A daughter-in-law, 2 grandsons, a granddaughter-in-law and a great-granddaughter. That was crazy since he was only 15 physically, but 12 legally. Goku, I wanted to know if I could use the Dragon Balls. Naruto asked. What for? Goku asked. I wanted to give Temari-chan here the ability to use Kai, but the alternative to the Dragon Balls would be risking her life. This way it can be quick and simple. Naruto said. Well, the regular Dragon Balls are still scattered across the earth, but the Black Star Balls are at the lookout tower. I'm heading back up there with Uub for one final spar before his training is finished. We could use those. Goku said in a carefree manner. Luckily or unluckily Piccolo was in conversation with Gohan and Videl over Pan's training. He wasn't able to overhear and tell Goku the risks of using those Dragon Balls. After another half hour of the meet and greet, Goku had then taken off with Uub following and Naruto carrying Temari. Everyone else went their separate ways. Bra had asked Vegeta to take her shopping, Trunks had to return to Capsule Corporation, Goten had a date, Piccolo was going to start Pan's training under the watchful eye of Gohan, Videl was going to relax with Kai Kai and Bulma at Mount Paozu, Marin had asked to start training as well, and 18 happily agreed, while the others returned to their everyday lives. Yamcha was still playing baseball, Krillin was a gym teacher, while Tien was married to Launch. The group of 4 could have simply used instant transmission to get to their destination, but Goku wanted Naruto to learn his way around a little if he was going to be staying on that planet for 3 years. At the speed they were going, it didn't take them long to actually reach the tower. Naruto and Temari stood and watched the spar between the master and apprentice. Uub was quite talented for his age, but he was clearly no match for Goku, who only went to Super Saiyan level 1, and Naruto doubted he was using the full strength of that transformation. Close to the end of the fight, Naruto had noticed 3 small power levels, resembling academy-level chakra users, approach the tower. Naruto had a good look at the tower and knew that the only way to get to the top was by flight on a teleportation technique. They were obviously using a flying machine. Naruto had just met all of Goku's friends, so these 3 could be enemies. He whispered to Temari what was going on and they quietly sneaked out. The power levels turned out to be 3 old people. A blue midget who was apparently the leader, an old woman, and an old-looking dog. Who are you and what are you doing here? Naruto demanded after they grabbed the Dragon Balls. He was a little late because Ultimate Shenron was still summoned. You're that Goku brat. I wish Plaf started angrily but was stopped by Temari placing a hand over his mouth. Her and Naruto had talked about the wish he wanted to make and this little guy was about to ruin their chances by making a wish on the Dragon Balls that only took 1 wish. The 2 goons were shocked at the girl's speed but were also slightly thankful because their leader was about to waste a wish on something that wasn't in their interest. You might as well make your wish now, since the dragon is summoned. Temari said with a smile. Right you are Temari-chan. I wish that Temari's chakra was ungated so that she can use chakra and Kai just like me. Naruto said. Your wish has been granted. Ultimate Shenron said before returning to the Dragon Balls that floated in the sky and dispersed, but it appeared farther than what Goku had mentioned. A second later Goku felt extreme pain, but just as quick as it came the feeling was gone. Temari's turn was next. She released Pilaf in shock of the pain she was feeling. Just like Naruto it came and went quickly. What just happened? Goku said as he rushed in the room with Uub right behind him. We caught these guys, Naruto started. Hey Pilaf, is that you and friends? What are you guys doing up here? Goku said as he recognized the midget. What's going on, there's two of you? Pilaf asked in fright as he and his goons cowered together. Oh, this is my dad. Goku said. We caught them trying to use the Dragon Balls. When he saw me he thought I was you and was about to make a wish, but Tamari-chan stopped him. I made the wish that I wanted her to be able to use chakra and kai just like me, but then I felt a slight pain and she felt the same. Naruto explained. It was how you worded your wish. A voice said. It was Piccolo flanked by Dend and Mr. Popo. Huh? Naruto and Goku asked in unison as Piccolo shook his head at their antics. You said like you, so Ultimate Shenron probably made her just like you. Piccolo said, hoping that at least somebody would catch on. Does that mean he made me a Saiyan with the ability to use Kyuubi's chakra like Naruto-kun? Tamari asked. Piccolo mentally sighed in relief. Apparently like father like son truly applied to Goku and Naruto. They were both complete idiots, but they picked their females right. That sounds about right. You seem as strong as Naruto right now, with the inclusion on the red chakra that I sense in his belly equals, but it appears to have cut in half. Half for you and half for him. Piccolo deduced. Can you go Super Saiyan? Naruto asked. That isn't the least of our worries right now. Mr. Popo injected himself into the conversation. He's right. If those Dragon Balls aren't returned right there in 1 year, this whole planet will explode. Piccolo said. What? Goku and Naruto exclaimed. That's not that bad of a problem. Can't we just use the other Dragon Balls to create another planet Earth and transfer everyone and everything from here to there? Tamari asked. I'm starting to like you, kid. That could work, but it's still better to try and get the Dragon Balls back because we shouldn't leave that kind of power lying out there for just anyone to find. Piccolo said. I know, why don't me Naruto and Tamari go looking for them? I mean, it is our fault that this happened. I wasn't paying attention and they used it. Goku said. You should also take Goten and Trunks with you. They seem to have gotten lazy over the years. Piccolo said. It'll be like a 11-month training trip / Dragon Ball hunt. Naruto and Goku said eagerly. Tamari and Piccolo had a deadpan stare. All those Saiyans can think about is fighting and food. Piccolo said. Food? Goku and Naruto said. That's getting kind of creepy, cut it out you two. Tamari said. It's time to get serious. We have to contact Bulma and tell her to get started on a spaceship to fit 3 with the food to last. Piccolo said. We can handle the food part. Mr. Popo said. 2 weeks later. The spaceship was finished and the travelers were preparing to leave. Vegeta wanted to go at first, but then decided it was better that he stayed. He, Piccolo, and Gohan were the strongest warriors under Goku, and they could defend the planet easily without him. While Goku and Trunks was already on the ship, Goten was on his phone telling his current girlfriend that he would be out of town for a year. She promptly broke up with him. While he was still talking, Pan had tried to sneak on the ship, but a shadow clone of Naruto was watching her and caught her before she could get on. It's not fair. I want to go. Pan whined. I'm not enough of a teacher for you. Piccolo said. Of course you are, but they are going on an adventure. Pan said. You can have your adventure when you're strong enough to defend yourself. Piccolo barked. He thought he was through with whining kids, but Pan was worse. Only difference was that she was the strongest. Her current strength was higher than Gohan, Goten and Trunks when he first started training them, only difference was that she didn't have the ability to go Super Saiyan. Piccolo didn't even let that factor in because he wasn't sure if female Saiyans could reach the transformation. Now Videl, listen to Piccolo. He is taking the time to train you when he could be elsewhere meditating or training himself. Videl said. Over the years she got to know Piccolo as well. She understood that although he was never a truly busy person, he enjoyed meditating and training. He was a peaceful person who, like Goku, didn't need much to keep him happy. Tamari was being trained hard at the moment outside. She was learning how to use her Kai, while a shadow clone was working on relearning her chakra-based attacks. That's it, you're getting it. Naruto said as Tamari was in the sky floating. It had actually only taken her 10 minutes to learn. The clone her was also getting the hang of water walking again. It's time to go though. My clone just dispelled. Naruto said as they dispelled their training clones and used the instant transmission to reappear in the room. See you all later. Naruto said as he was the last one to board and close the door. Trunks got behind the wheel and the spaceship took off, not to be seen on this planet for at least 11 months. What if Naruto was Beast Saiyan in chunin exams, and thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoy this content then do consider subscribing to my channel and leave a like if you guys need the next part, comment down, and thanks for watching the video and see you guys in next video.